agenda as the trade deadline approaches is if they'll keep Russell Westbrook. According to a report, even though Houston could be willing to trade John Wall for the former MVP, LA is reluctant to move the 33-year-old guard after giving away so much to acquire him. So, Shannon, are the Lakers making the right decision?
It's the only move. They're talking about the optics of it. Ain't no optics. I tell you what, let's just say for the sake of argument, the Boston Celtics call and say you can have Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum for Russell Westbrook. Do you think they do that deal? They're not concerned about the optics. Let Portland says, okay, give us Russell, we'll give you C.J. McCollum. They're not concerned about the optics. This is the only thing they can do. There's one other deal that can be made for Russell Westbrook. It's John Wall plus a first-round pick. So, in other words, they said, we'll take him off your hands, but you need to give us something extra to take him off your hands.
And the pick is in 2027.
Yeah, because they got no picks until 2027.
All right.
So this notion about optics and how it's going to look, considering it's the only thing they can do. Nobody else is willing to trade for Russell Westbrook and really give them a value. Now, if you want a bunch of role players, somebody take Russ off your hands. But if you're trying to get a caliber player of Russ in return, ain't nobody doing that deal. There's only one deal that makes sense to everybody. But the Rocket says you got to sweeten the deal. You got to sweeten it. Because think about it, Skip. They've already had Russell. They know what Russ is. They had him in Houston 2 years ago. It's not like, well, I don't know what Russ is. You just had him. And how did they get? They traded Russ for for John Wall.
For John Wall.
John Wall. That's how they got him. And so Skip, there's no, the optics of it, and there is no optics in this. The fact of the matter is there's only one other deal that can be made, and the other team wants you to sweeten the pot in order for you to make the deal. So Russ is going to be there, and that's what we said, Skip. When you get something, it's okay, Skip, to buy a $50 million car, but you better hope somebody else want it. I used to tell guys, Skip, when I was in the league, guys used to get cars. The big thing was get cars and put MCM or put your name in the headrest. I said, well, you better find somebody else that's named SS to buy it. Or you better find somebody else that's number 27 to buy that car. Because you putting all that stuff in there, you better find somebody else or you get a big diamond pendant. Bone crusher or heavy hitter. Well, you better find somebody else named heavy hitter too that want that chain or you just lost out. When you trade for a guy, Skip, you better find somebody else that's going to want him or guess what? You stuck like a song on repeat and it's not a good one.
So, Shannon Sharpe, I do agree with your premise. This is about optics. Okay? The optics concern one, LeBron James. This isn't about Rob Pelinka or Jeannie Buss's optics. This isn't about we don't want to admit a mistake. We gave up too much for Russ to start with because I remind everybody, gave up Kuzma and Montrez and KCP and a first from last year that became the 22nd overall pick. It wound up in Indiana. But again, that's how much they had to give up to get Russ back to them. But this is simply and purely about LeBron not wanting to admit publicly to a mistake because it was LeBron who pushed for Russ. It's widely reported by everybody who covers that team. It was LeBron who derailed and vetoed the Buddy Hield deal, which was virtually done by Rob Pelinka. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so LeBron doesn't want that egg on his face to say, yeah, I screwed up with Russ and we had to eat it.
Hold on. You're talking about the optics, but what about the audio? Can we not hear that they're trying to trade Russ? What about the audio? So the mere fact that they're trying to trade a guy that they just got 6 months ago, what about the optics of that?
Okay, remember what Phil Jackson used to talk about that Russ is often guilty of? They're called CFUs, as in compound F-ups, right?
Yes.
This is going to be the ultimate CFU if you don't get rid of Russell Westbrook. If you hang on to him just because of stubborn pride or the way it would look or the optics or whatever you want to describe it as, you're just adding insult to injury because you now have an escape hatch by which you can get rid of Russ. It doesn't matter what you get back.
Yes, it does.
Because you're basically trading problem for problem, except John Wall is way less of a problem than Russ has become.
Problem because he can't stay on the court.
Okay, well, that's a good thing because this is classic addition by subtraction.
Well, Skip, we're not that good.
You have completely condemned Russell Westbrook.
No, he's playing better now.
Playing better now? Oh, now you're just speaking like LeBron.
Playing better.
Okay. Well, I told you from the start.
We shocked his conscience.
Oh, you did?
Come sit by me and watch them go play. My grandma used to say, boy, you don't know how to act? Well, sitting here with me and why your cousins and your brother out there playing. Okay, you don't know how to play? You going to keep turning the ball over? You ain't going to play any defense? Sit right here and watch Austin Reeves. Watch Stanley Johnson. Watch Malik Monk. Watch all those other guys. And he's sitting over there. I mean, the guy tripped out of bounds. Lip stuck out so far, tripped over his lip. Lips out there growing.
Yeah.
That's what we do for that. Guess what he done since then? You see it? Okay.
I saw 5 more turnovers.
Yeah, we get your attention. We play a little better defense, though.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, play a little better, a little bit
better. I see little to no defense. I'm sorry. I see the same old Westbrook.
Skip, we're not trading Russ for John Wall and giving up a first-round pick. That's not happening. So stop trying to talk Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and whomever the decision makers may be.
I'm trying to help you.
I don't want no help.
You got to get out from under.
We're gonna
I promise you, if you cleared the decks of Russell Westbrook, all of a sudden you'd have a chance to go places.
Go where?
Go to the top,
to the Blue
back
Note?
to the top of the Western Conference. You would be so much better with LeBron running the point, AD back at the 5. They can pick and roll together. Get Russ out of there.
Okay.
He is liability.
How about this?
He has one big ability. It's called liability.
How about this? We'll trade Russ. Can we trade Russ to Orlando for Terrence Ross? Who else they got that can shoot the 3?
No, nobody's going to do this. They're not going to take
but nobody was.
It's $44 million and $47 guaranteed next year.
Okay.
Only Houston would say, yeah, we'll do that.
But here's the thing, Skip. Someone wants to buy my house. Okay, I'll sell you the house, but you also got to throw your yacht in. What the hell is that?
Okay, but it's not a yacht.
Yes, it is.
2027.
I don't, Skip. We don't have any picks.
It's an unbuilt yacht.
Okay, let me ask you a question. LeBron is not going to be playing in 2027. We do know that. I feel very comfortable in saying LeBron James will be retired in 2027.
I don't know that for a fact.
I know that for a fact. Man, stop it. Man, they going to be playing no 24 season.
I don't know. Brady did it. But again, LeBron is not Brady.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 25 seasons. Stop. Skip, they play a different position. Stop.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is, Skip, it is not going to be easy to get up off him next year. They make it seem like, it's because it's end of season and nobody wants to do anything. Hell, he got $47 million. This offseason is going to be hard to move him. You stop.
You got a way out.
We ain't got no way out.
You found a sucker. The Rockets, suckers. Here, take him back. Thank you. John Wall is a clutch client. Okay. Rich Paul, LeBron James, clutch client. You can maneuver this. You can navigate through it. Get out from under it. You can improve your team by getting rid of Russell.
Okay, give us D'Angelo Russell. We'll trade D'Angelo Russell.
Nobody's going to do any of that. Nobody will. This is craziness. Russell Westbrook, everybody sees he's just a mess. Like, nobody wants a part of that. It's widely reported nobody is interested in Russell Westbrook. He's a slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer that nobody wants.
Skip.
Except LeBron.
Only one team wanted him this offseason.
That's what I'm saying. One team.
And they found the one team.
Player.
They found the one team.
One man. One phony goat.
Rob did that deal.
No, he didn't. You know and I know it was LeBron. No, he wanted Buddy Hield. It was done.
Rob.
And I first guessed this. LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook because he could go 2 ways here, north or south. If it goes north, then he could say, look what I did with Russell Westbrook. Everybody else failed with him. Look who failed with him. KD failed with him. James failed with him.
Bradley Beal.
George, Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Kawhi didn't want him. Nobody wanted him. I took him under my wing, and I got the best out of Russ, and we won a ring together. That's number one. That's going north. Going south, if it goes south, which he knew deep down it would, then
he didn't know that.
He would have the ultimate scapegoat. The quote-unquote goat would have a scapegoat because Russ is the easiest target in sports. We do blooper reels of Russ.
Ain't no we, you. Ain't no
I do blooper reels of Russ's turnovers and missed shots on a daily basis on this show.
Don't do it.
And we have put comedy music behind it. We have put circus music behind it because it's outrageously, egregiously wrong. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you watch it and you say, what are you doing? You have gone completely over the edge. You have the worst hands of any quote-unquote point guard I have ever seen.
Right.
Okay? You make the worst decisions. You're the worst shooter. You're at the bottom of the barrel as a three-point shooter and a free throw shooter. Okay, it's liability. That's the only ability.
Well, let's just hope AD can stay healthy. LeBron continue his surge, what he's been doing, and Russ minimize his shot selections, and he does a better job of taking care of the basketball.
You're telling me you just got to stay out of the way. That's what you say, right? Just stay out of the way.
Yes.
Just go over in the corner and just kind of stay over there.
Yeah.
Right? And it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's what
he got to stay out of there, but, we want to minimize his involvement. You know how to okay, in high school, you had a team, you get on the project, and it's everybody wasn't going to get the A student. You weren't going to be always in the A and B and get those. You had to get somebody you already know. You saw their grades, they're not doing much. So you minimize their involvement. Okay, you go get the cardboard, you buy the glue, that's your involvement. Yeah. That's your participation in the project. And when we put this thing together, you'll get a good grade also, but always knowing that you were that you weren't heavily involved in this.
Okay, but the ultimate minimizing would be in Houston.
No.
Send him back.
No, Skip. See, you always try to, I know what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to help you.
I don't want your help. Because anytime you offer help, I already know.
I'm still thinking about the participation award. You're in the group, but you're not really participating, but you are on the team, so you get okay, Shannon. It kind of makes sense. I don't know how he would feel about that comparison. Guys, we got some news. Big Ben just made an official decision about